I am Casey Lights. I am from a little island off the west coast of Scotland called Isle of Bute, which is like a really, really beautiful place, but there's not really much of any scene there. I was always close to Glasgow, so I was always very aware of the rich music culture that exists there. That's why I've based myself there now. For me, there's nowhere else like it. I've always had like a wide range of influences. I'd say the first electronic record that I heard that changed it all for me was Boys Noise's first album, Oi Oi Oi. Yeah, I was totally blown away by the sounds and just thought, what on earth is this? Like the musicality of it. I'm a huge Fortet fan actually, and like there's a lot of elements to his records that are kind of quite jarring sometimes, but then a lot of the like kind of melodic elements and sounds are like super emotive. But the saxophone is really kind of what I suppose was my gateway into music. I think I started learning when I was 5 or something. I loved all that, and I just loved all the kind of, I suppose, community of music, like being a part of something. Sometimes it's too easy to just like kind of click or hear all my drum sounds and that kind of little samplers. If you were listening to something that was just, you know, well-rounded, perfect, it was all perfectly in time, it was all perfectly in key, it's not necessarily going to be boring, but it's not going to grab you either. And I think all the best performances are the ones that have you on the edge of your seat. When I'm in the studio, my go-to is melodies, chord progressions, whether it be on a piano or guitar, or just I'm listening to something that's really emotive in some way or evokes some sort of feeling or emotion. Rhythm is another thing for me that really always grabs me, so those are the two kind of main criteria. One day I was just scrolling through a playlist of old folk samples, so I started messing around the guitar and kind of playing some similar styles, and the track just evolved from there, and got in touch with Leo and we got to writing. You can never force a kind of productive collaboration. Sometimes you just click with some people and sometimes you don't. Great to be back on the label. Toolroom sell themselves as a family, and it really is that when you're a part of it. Really makes a big difference. I remember playing in Ibiza for the first time in some of the clubs that I went to as a kid, basically, and I always find that really surreal, being on the other end of it. The pinch myself moment I'll remember most, I was working in a cafe just as a waiter. I'd got a text to say one of my records, it was basically one of my first releases, Annie Mac was going to play it on her show on Radio 1 on Friday night, and I was just like, this is just so crazy, like I'm at work just now, but I'm going to go home and Annie Mac's going to play my song on the radio. So yeah, I don't think that ever gets old either. Like if you're in the car or something, you hear your song on the radio, it's pretty cool. I'm a daydreamer.